I want to acknowledge something that one came up in news articles, but also in our feedback from our fellow parents. To just acknowledge the fact that we are not here as like subject matter experts. We're not the people on the research team. We're not the program specialists. We're not the policy team. We are here as people that work at the Family Online Safety Institute alongside these very smart, educated people who are doing really cool, thoughtful, engaging things to make sure our kids are safe online and the whole family experience is a good one online, just as you do the same for your kids in the physical parenting world. And we're just here to say that we get it. It's hard. A lot of us have time. A lot of us don't have time. A lot of us don't know what to do with that time. And it's a lot. Some people are like, no screens. But then do we ever think about the people who don't have the luxury to not have a screen? Quickly shifted from it's a privilege to have screens in every single room. And then all of a sudden the pandemic happens. And like, you need it for school. You need it for a distraction. You need it to be able to work from home while your kids are also doing school from home. And then now all the schools have screens and it's like, wait, people throwing out this, I'm going to say it, unintelligent, not critically thought out thing that Gen Z is not doing as well as the generation before them and blaming it purely on the screen, not including the additive things of like world events. I mean, everyone's stressed. I'm walking into a nail salon that has a sign that says no kids. So there's mom of 3. She looks gorgeous, but stressed. I mean, she is. She's there for the nails, the feet, the eyelashes, the eyebrows. I mean, mom is trying to get ready for the weekend. And the world is telling her that her children cannot be there. So she's got to beg, borrow, and steal with the lady at the front desk and be like, listen, I don't have childcare. School is out today. I'm off today. I need you to let my children sit in the waiting room. All of them have screens. They're maybe guessing between 12 and the youngest one had to be barely 3. And the little ones, like you give them a screen and then after a while, it's just like, it's too much. They want to know where mommy is, want to know what mommy's doing. It's a lot. And she brought to my awareness, I stopped her and I just, you have to. I want everyone listening to this to just, when they see, especially mom, when they see mom out, she's had it, go and be like, you got it. Okay. Even if she doesn't want to hear it from you at that moment, she will thank you later. Because I've gotten snippy with people who be like, don't worry, mom, it'll be okay. Like, will it in the Home Depot parking lot while I'm getting hit with a shoe? You know what I mean? It's embarrassing. So like you're like pointing out the fact that you're watching me struggle. Anyway, we had both had a long day. Don't remember why we were in Home Depot, but anyway, I went over and said, you got this. And she's like, thank you so much. I was like, if I could help, I would. Like, what do you need? And she's just like, briefly talk to me. Won't share the conversation, but I did tell her what I did for work because she asked, not because I'm from DC and that's just what, I do this, blah, 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 not stuffy. I told her and she said, I love that. Please remember, don't judge me. But like, what else am I supposed to do when I'm trying to go to the nail salon? I said exactly what you did. This was 30 years ago? No, they would have just been climbing off the wall and it just would have had to be okay. And you know what? In that time, in that culture, we would have let it slide because what else is she supposed to do, right? And like the people at the nail salon, they're being so nice because there are some parents who take advantage of community places and they'll just bring their kids. No screens, no nothing. They won't say anything. I know it's hard, but it's a give and take. If the village is saying, hey, we'll help you out, you got to help the village too. But she brought into the perspective of, please remember that there are some kids who cannot go out and play. So telling kids to put down the phones, put down the screens and go out and play. She's like, where? And if I let my kids run out and play, they're in a parking lot that's not safe. And then who's going to watch them? It's also like you just never know somebody's environment. Not everybody lives in a suburbs with a gate. I also, in the past 2 weeks, had a conversation with really good friends of mine saying that their nephew's only friends are on the game that he plays. He can't make friends at school. His only friends are the ones that he's made on the game, and he's 10. So like when you cut him off from that, that's his entire world. So like, yeah, he's going to be upset when you tell him that like it's time to turn this off. It's the equivalent of telling him he literally has to go back to being isolated. He's isolated until he can talk to his friends. It's sad. So anyway, just keep that into perspective when you think about criticizing moms who are just handing screens to their kids. Like parents, I'm sorry, I keep saying moms because why? Moms get ish done. But anyway, I just want that to be acknowledged and thought about in a more thoughtful way before we judge. I am Jordan. For tools, tips, tricks, resources, and to just learn from some really amazing people, please visit us at fosi.org. Thank you, everybody. This podcast is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice, including medical, mental health, or legal guidance. The views expressed by hosts and or guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the Family Online Safety Institute, otherwise known as FOSI. Guest contributions are based on personal experience and are not intended as professional guidance. Any mention of products, services, organizations, or tools is for discussion purposes only and does not constitute an endorsement by the Family Online Safety Institute